Hello everyone, welcome to Justice with Vivek. This is another video, and today we are going to understand nationalism. As you can see my screen, I just prepared some bullets and points, so I'm gonna be discuss about that. So today we are going to understand nationalism, not emotionally but theoretically. This topic is extremely important for political theory, UPSC and JRF preparation. We will cover three things: concept, thinkers, and contemporary relevance. What is could be the relevance of that? Okay. So one by one we will discuss. So what is nationalism? First of all, the question is nationalism is what? Nationalism refers to a collective political identity based on shared culture, history, territory, and a sense of belonging. But in political theory, nationalism is not just emotion, it is the moral foundation of the modern state. How? So, without a sense of shared identity, a political community cannot function effectively, right? So, that's why nationalism should be there. So, one by one, I'll discuss the thinker, Aristotle, Rousseau, and so on. So, that gonna be benefits. Okay, so we move further. Next slides. First we will discuss Aristotle. Aristotle described humans as a political beings. Okay, so when he said that man is a political animal, he meant that humans naturally form communities. Okay, so what? A community required shared purpose and common identity. Okay, what that mean? In this sense, nationalism reflects a natural tendency of humans to organize collectively, okay, come together. So therefore nationalism is not artificial, okay, it is rotated and rooted in political association. Get it? So according to Aristotle, nationalism reflects a natural tendency of humans to organize collectively. Correct? Now, next thinker is Rousseau. What Rousseau say? His full name is what? You know what is the full name? Jean Jacques Rousseau. Okay, correct. What he described about? According to him, a legitimate political order is based on a collective moral will. Okay, not just individual preference. He described legitimate political order is based on collective moral will, not individual preference. What that mean? This collective will, he talking about collective moral unity and general will. So he described collective will is possibly only when people see themselves as a part of one political community, right? Meaning is simple. Nationalism in this sense strengthen the idea of what? General will, right? So without shared identity, democracy become what? Fragmented. Correct? Okay, so next is talking about nationalism and modern state. What is the relevance of that? Okay, in modern democracies, nationalism plays a stabilizing role, right? What it play? It strengthens sovereignty. What? Sovereignty. So nationalism and nation state, I describe some points: political sovereignty, cultural hegemony, self-determination, freedom movements. So these are the points you have to keep in mind, and you can also write in your notes. That's gonna be important when you nationalism talk about that modern state. What are the four pillars of this? Self-determination, freedom movement, political sovereignty, cultural identity. That should be the beneficial, and you cannot harm either way, right? If any pillars gonna be demolished, suppose that nationalism wiped away, right? So these four pillars important for a nationalism in nation country. Okay. Next, civic versus extreme nationalism. What that mean? Okay, so however, we must differentiate between civic and nationalism and extreme nationalism. Nowadays, this term is very popular. Extreme nationalism. What is extreme nationalism? So one by one we describe. Civic nationalism. First we talk. Civic nationalism can become exclusionary. Okay, the word is what? Exclusionary. That is not in good way, sorry for that, but is it exclusionary? So political theory supports civic nationalism, okay, not extreme nationalism. In political theory we mainly describe that is civic nationalism. Why? Civic nationalism have based on citizenship, political values and inclusive, but extreme nationalism gives you superiority, exclusion, aggression, and these are not suitable for a nation state. Okay, so you can also realize some people and scholars talk about extreme nationalism. That is not in political idea. The civic nationalism is relevant, not extreme nationalism. Okay, so whatever we're discussing, whatever you've discussed till now, what could be the relevance of according to UPSC and JRF angle? So we'll describe. So for UPSC and JRF aspirant, nationalism is important in political theory, modern political thought and essay writing. That gonna be beneficial if you writing essay, okay, even you writing answer for your mains paper, and if you're preparing for JRF, so that is 2 marks. That is political thought also important. So question often asked about identity, sovereignty and democracy, so you can disclose kind of that, sorry. So understanding thinkers helps you write analytical answer. If you know one by one thinkers, what the thinkers they describe about some theory, like Rousseau what they said about justice, Aristotle what they think about justice, so one by one we'll disclose on this channel, and I'll keep posted kind of videos, okay, for the next topics. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is last. We identify plus power, philosophical roots, democratic potential and possible danger. So what is this? To conclude, nationalism is not merely an emotional slogan, right? It is a theoretical and foundation of political identity, correct? So one by one. So from Aristotle to Rousseau, political thoughts shows that shared identity strengthens democracy. They talk about, okay, they talk about identity strengthen democracy, how democracy gonna be strengthened, power, but it is most remains civic, constitutional and inclusive, civic and constitutional, these three also to be relevant. Okay, so if you are preparing for UPSC and JRF, subscribe to this channel for theory based explanation. On Instagram you can follow Indian Machiavelli for short concept videos. I'm also on that Instagram. I will pin my Instagram link. Okay, thanks for watching and please keep supported. Okay, and do like, please, if you like, please share this video and I'll try my best. Okay, I have not as much advanced features and technology. One day just after day I will try to my best. Okay, I have a motive and I have a vision for whoever is preparing for JRF and political sciences student. I have a big dream, so I can set example of that and a good channel kind of that. Okay, I'm not a mug up with subscription and mug up with like good likes and advertisement and collaboration so called. My intention is just you came this to this channel on this channel to join for that, so you're preparing a serious aspirant. So I'm gonna be describe one by one theory, and I have a map, I have a roadmap for that. So I'll keep posted. Okay, please keep support. Okay, whatever I get a mistake kind of here, please excuse me. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.